Hello. Or I should say, hey up. This is the Smith's PRS-55 Caribbean 1000. Why did I say hey up? Well, it's from Timefactors in Sheffield, who own the Smith's brand. The watches are made in Hong Kong, I believe, but they're designed by Eddie Platts in Sheffield. Timefactors, English company, and this is the sort of thing that he or they make. Right, enough waffle. Let's have a look at this watch. This is the Caribbean 1000. It says it's just there. 1,000 meters. 1,000 meters waterproof. 300. Hang on. What does that say? 3,300 feet. That's a long way. Obviously, I'm not going to get that deep, and I can't imagine anybody will go that deep with this watch. But it's a piece of watch history. Obviously, it's a reintroduction of the Caribbean watch, made famous by Jenny in the 60s, 70s, Vietnam era. And this is Eddie's take on it. And I'll just tell you from now, it is fantastic. Absolutely glorious. Now, I don't know if you can really appreciate it on the video, on the screen. In real life, that gold, that yellow, it's yellow technically, but the sunburst yellow dial is just fantastic. It is like, if you're familiar with a Seiko Pogue, that sort of gold dial, it's got that feel to it. It's really, really stunning. It's absolutely lush. I really like it. Now, the bezel is, on this particular one, is a yellow dial, a blue bezel. Now, you wouldn't think it was blue. It looks very dark. It's black. I'm just going to shine a torch on it. There you go. Can you see now? It's blue. So the blue is blue in bright sunlight. Otherwise, it's just sort of looks black. But it's a fantastic bezel. So let me just tell you about the bezel. It is enamelled. It's an enamelled bezel with 3D polished indices. Right, let's just have a quick look at that. I'll get it focused. I'm going to zoom in. Can you see these little... yeah, there you go. You can see the little triangles in between the numbers. And they're 3D, and you can see them glinting in the light. Now the bezel, I'm not super familiar with these sorts of bezels. My bezels have been like Seiko bezels, aluminium inserts, just standard things. But this seems to be under a layer of glass. Is that what enamelled means? Anyway, it's super smooth and shiny. And those numbers have superluminova. What's the number? Superluminova X1-C3. They glow in the dark, as does the triangle. There's no pip at the triangle, but it's got superluminova, so it does glow. Well, I've gone about this slightly wonky, haven't I? So I'm going to talk to you about the watch. We'll have a little guided tour of it. If you're familiar with my videos, you'll be becoming familiar with the fact that they're really rambly now. I don't know why. I think it's age. But I'm going to show you around it. We'll look at some of the features. I'm a big fan, as I've just said, and so there's no negative stuff to be said. I don't think there's anything negative to say about it at all. I mean, it's massive. It's a real beast on the wrist. So my wrist is 7.5 inches. The bracelet, super comfortable. Beads of Rice BOR bracelet. That's fantastic bracelet. Super comfy. Really well made. Good, sturdy, flexible, like a BOR should be. The clasp is quite a lot of it. Maybe that's a criticism, I don't know. It's got this flip over, it's got the branding on it, little flip over bit, and then buttons to release it. It's great. Plenty of adjustments there. You can take some links out and stuff. So the watch itself, let's have a little look at it. Right, let's get this all set up and we'll have a chat about the watch. It's the face, the dial. It's so lovely. The yellow, right? Sunburst yellow. Let's go through it properly. So 1,000 meter water resistance. We've covered that. You can go a kilometre. You can go a kilometre underwater with it. Anyway, enamel bezel, 3D polished indices. We've done that. Sunburst dial. Yeah. So the sunburst dial has got a bit of texture to it. Let's see if we can make that out. Yeah. Oh yeah. You can see it's sunburst. It's the centre, and then it bursts out from the centre in that glorious yellow, which I would say sort of golden oriole. Have you ever seen a golden oriole, the bird? It's that yellow, utterly glorious. It's just striking. In real life, you won't be disappointed with that yellow. It's lush. Superluminova X1C3. So the indices are 3D. Are they 3D all the way around? No, 12. 9 and 6 are applied. Yeah, then the rest are applied. So there's little rectangles of these indices filled with the loom, as are the hands, which are custom shaped. I don't know how to describe those. They're 3D as well. Can you see there's a bit of, there we go, a bit of a line through the centre. So three-dimensional custom hands filled thick with the X1C3 Superluminova, and the second hand quietly ticking away there, nice and smooth, with a lovely big chunk of loom at the, what is that shape? I don't know, sort of diamondy shape. Right, so the loom, I love loom. Superluminova, obviously they are the kings of loom. And it does glow in the dark. It's not super bright. It's not going to surprise you. It's not going to like impress you massively. It does glow. You can read it at night, but it's not mega bright. Not mega bright like a Seiko brightness. But however, at 6 AM, if it's still dark, it's still glowing, so it still works well, and it's legible. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. It's super legible. The hands have enough differentiation so that you can tell that it's hours and minutes. Right, we've got the date window at 3, framed, which is nice. Black on white date wheel, framed with that sort of metal, the silver, polished silver. What else can we say about the dial? It's going in and out of focus. I really do apologise. I'll just keep it still for a little while. Minute track around the outside. Second hand reaches all the way to the edge. It's flat. There is no chapter ring. It's a thick. Can you see? It's, oh gosh. Hang on. We'll get to the glass in a sec. I just wanted to show you that the depth of the watch. So it's sunken deep into the case with quite a chunky gap up between the dial and then the glass. And so the glass is sapphire, domed sapphire with anti-reflective coating, and oh, it's super domed. Look at it. It's lush, absolutely lush. And that curve, excuse me, lovely lip there, quite a chunky step, and then so it makes for lovely bends of the view of the. So when you look in, I don't know, it looks like you're looking through a porthole. That's the only way I can describe it. It's got an aquatic feel to it, or it looks like your watch has got it in a bubble of water. It's lush. Right, what else? Oh yeah, the bezel, right. So the bezel is really sturdy. There's no springiness, there's no sponginess, there's absolutely no wobble. Hang on. No, there isn't. No wobble at all. And it's strong clicks. So there's about 2.5 million clicks. There isn't. 120 clicks to bring it round back. And everything is perfectly lined up. Is that perfectly lined up? Hang on. Yeah, no, one more. That's... Oh, shite, I've gone one too many. It's fantastic coin edge bezel there. Easy to grip onto and rotate. I don't like the noise. It's very, very harsh. Harsh bezel click. I'm used to my Seiko sort of spongy, soft, clicky things. It's a silly criticism because I don't actually use the bezel. I only ever have it set like that at 12. But it's incredibly effective, very, very sturdy and solid. Probably the best bezel I've ever experienced. What else can we look at here? The crown, signed crown, screw down crown. So there we go. And that's to change the date, and fully pulled out. It's hacking. So what is in there? It is a Miyota 9015. So nice and straightforward, sturdy, reliable movement from Japan. Hacking. You got the date. It's all controlled by this screw down crown, which is perfectly functional, easy to hold, screws down smoothly, and away it goes. Now, the Miyota is quite noisy. I'm going to give it a rotate and we'll see if we can hear the rotor. Could you hear that? I'll give it another go. Right, so it's definitely noisy. If you can't hear it on the video, I can attest to it being noisy. However, I quite like that. It's an automatic watch. It's got mechanical pieces inside. It's not a ticking quartz. So I quite like the fact that there's some noise going on with the rotor. I don't mind it at all. It works really well. So I got this and wore it constantly for a week, and it's comfortable to wear. It looks lush in the sunshine. The gold glistens. It's a fantastic piece. Now, it's not massive. Well, I said it was massive, didn't I, at the beginning? It is massive in the literal sense, in that it's a right heavy beast. But dimension-wise, it's 40mm, and lug to lug is what is that? 46 millimeters. Sorry, there you go. 45 millimeters. And the height, it's quite a tall thing, but that's partly because of the domed crystal. So 15 millimeters with the massively domed crystal. So it's not, but it's not. It doesn't look like a giant watch because the dial itself is quite modest. It's, hang on, the dial itself is 29 millimeters, 30 millimeters, so it's relatively modest. So what did I want to say? Oh yes, so I've been wearing it constantly since I got it, and it keeps great time, plus or minus about 10 seconds. It depends what you're doing. If you're not doing much that day, it sort of loses a few seconds. And the next day I was active all day, and it got a bit closer back to zero. It's a Miyota movement. It's not going to break any records, but it's perfectly good, perfectly fine. So that side of it, nothing to worry about. I wore it 24 hours a day. So I wore it in bed. I'm a watch checker, a nighttime watch checker, and it was easy to see what time it was when I wasn't asleep at 3:30 in the morning. So that's good. The other thing is, however, it's a bit of a door handle magnet. I seem to knock stuff with it and panic that I'd chipped it or dented it or marked it. I didn't. So it's, you know, it's sturdy. I mean, it will eventually mark if I keep knocking it against stuff. So it's a bit of a knock magnet, but then there's a lot of it. so it's sort of inevitable. Have I covered everything? I think I have. Oh no, I haven't. So that's the watch. Now it comes in this Smith's watch travel case, which is really nice. I don't keep my watches in these things or carry them in these things, but if you do, it's really nice. It's very pleasant, branded. So there's room for 2 watches, and it's got a little separator. So inside you get the instructions and the guarantee card. You get the little Timefactors cleaning cloth and a tropical bracelet, strap, replacement strap. So if you don't want to wear it on the beads of rice, then you can pop it on a time period correct tropical, which is plastic. Well, it's not plastic, it's I don't know what it is, rubbery plasticky stuff. Got little holes in so it's not too sweaty. It comes with little quick release pins, and it's colour matched, give or take. So that would look kind of cool. That's not my style, but if it is yours, there you go. That's what it comes with. There we go. I'm not going to discuss, and if you wouldn't mind, don't discuss the Timefactors buying process, the pros and cons of that. It's a little bit contentious, and I like to try and keep things positive. And on that note, if you have a comment to make, I would much appreciate it. Try and keep it nice and positive, unless you've got something. Some sort of constructive criticism about the watch, then I didn't show you the back. Here, whilst I waffle on, I'll show you the back. A like or subscribe would be good. Bearing in mind, I am fully aware this is all waffly. That's okay by me. Hopefully it's okay with you. Right, the case back is the traditional Timefactors Smith's highly polished case back. Not massively exciting, but it's got all the stuff on it. PRS-55, Smith's, the super cool logo with the crown. Smith's England, the serial number, 1,000 metres, 3,300 feet. And then it's just a straightforward screw back. I'm not opening it up. I haven't opened this at all, and I'm going to keep it like that. There we go. Gosh, it's... that went on a lot longer than I thought. I hope you haven't suffered whilst watching it. Or maybe you've enjoyed it. That would be good. I hope so. There we go. One of my favourites from Smith's Timefactors. I'm really enjoying that. It's a corker. Right, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you soon.